All right. All right. Welcome to Yoshi's New Island. I'm Cyver. I'm joined here by
I'm RDV First World.
yeah, and
This is an experience, Yoshi's New Island.
for sure. I mean, you can already hear this glorious title screen theme. Yeah,
All right.
there's gonna be kazoos.
All right. Do you remember if the game starts at story mode? We're using different timing, so.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, it starts there. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's just do a countdown and just select it at a go, and if it's not, just mash through it.
All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go! All right. So usually we'd not watch this intro cutscene, but man, it's beautiful.
it's
We
too
have
beautiful.
to watch it.
For anyone that knows about the Yoshi clan, we just can't skip it.
Way up in the sky is a magical, cuddly land. Oh, storks come here to pick up infants for delivery to their soon-to-be parents. This is great storytelling. This stork has plenty of memories from his time with these special babies. Now he's off to deliver baby Mario and baby Luigi to their new happy home. Ain't that just cute? What could possibly go wrong?
Possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Very simple plot line.
I mean, the stork, he should know where he has to put the babies, right?
Well,
Right?
right?
Right? Huh?
Huh?
Excuse me, bud. Whose babies are these? We're not expecting any babies. The couple are surprised and confused by this unexpected delivery. It seems our silly stork has delivered the babies to the wrong house. The wrong
Great
house.
storyline.
Oh no! Oh man. Oh my word, what a mess. That silly stork must get baby Mario and baby Luigi to their rightful parents. The stork rushes off in search of their true home, but then... Huh? Whoa! It's Kamek! He's back to steal those babies once and for all. The dastardly Kamek swiftly nabs the brothers from a frantic stork. No! This story was written by a 5-year-old.
This is an official Yoshi game, by the way. Third Yoshi's Island game in the series. Official game, not bootleg.
Welcome to Egg Island. This floating paradise was once a peaceful second home for the Yoshi clan. Until one day, Baby Bowser took over, deciding the island would be a great holiday home. The Yoshi clan searched all over but couldn't find Baby Bowser's hideaway. Now they live in fear of the evil power terrorizing their once peaceful home. Get ready, boys. Get ready. What's this? Our host is very much disappointed.
He's very much in pain.
He wanted to ban the kazoos altogether, but thank you, Sita, for at least allowing them here. Oh, it's beautiful. We did not change the soundtrack, by the way. This is the official Yoshi's New Island soundtrack.
If you like Yoshi's Island soundtrack, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This one's not similar.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. So first off, 1-1, pretty short stage. We'll be doing a trick called upswip bounces. When we split up certain enemies, we can, at a certain point, jump off of them again. So hopefully we both get it first try.
Oh, I missed the first one.
I got it. Let's go. Oh, I got the checkpoint, though. Oh, that's bad. I kind of need a guy.
Okay. Oh, don't wanna get eaten by that piranha plant. Oh my god. I got the second one, but I didn't bounce off high.
Okay. I saved it. Interesting beginning we've got right here.
Okay, barely worked.
Oh, by the way, yeah, this is probably the best piece of music in the game. So enjoy it while it lasts. You'll hear it a couple of times. Actually, hear it quite a lot, now that I think about it.
Oh, there's a pretty good
But,
one, like, all the way late into the game in
Oh,
World
yeah,
6.
I know which one you mean. All right.
All right, well, this was suboptimal one once for both of us.
Yeah,
Could be better, but hey.
intro made up for it. Let's go. Yeah, we usually don't get to experience that during the run. Our usual timing makes it so that we skip the intro. We just start at 1-1. All right, so the main gimmick for this game, which we actually completely skip over in the first stage, is that you can have these big eggs, which you're supposed to just like throw, and you can't really move while you throw it. And it's kind of like, just try to skip it as much as we can. First up, next up is our first motion-controlled minigame.
Yeah, all
Which
the
we'll be playing a
transformation
lot.
mini games in this game work with tilt controls, so you have to physically tilt your 3DS. Ain't that fun?
Yeah, definitely. Especially with the setup I have.
Oh yeah. You want to tell people about this great setup that you have going?
I don't know if they can see it on the camera, actually. But
I mean, you can still tell them anyways.
yeah, well, I'm using a controller mod. I'm actually playing this game with an SNES controller, but I can't actually just emulate the tilt controls or whatever. So I got to physically still tilt my console, which is a bit weird because I'm used to the controller. Oh, you can totally see it. Let's go. I definitely want an egg here for the next level, which I've definitely practiced.
I got an egg, actually. I got 2 eggs.
Ooh, nice.
Egg dispenser being very nice to me.
Yeah, where the egg dispensers actually spits eggs is actually random. But for a particular strat, at least that I do in the next stage, I don't know if you do the same strat.
I'm pretty sure not. I don't need any eggs
Okay.
for the next stage.
Okay, yeah, I do need an egg for the next stage, so it's faster for me to grab one.
Yeah, that's one thing that's going to become very important for certain stages in the run, egg management.
I
Because
just heard the audience say credits. I'm looking forward to those.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Whose game audio is actually playing on stream?
That's a good question. Whose game audio is playing on stream?
Alright. Might be useful to know for a later stage.
Oh, yeah.
Can I interrupt you guys?
Sure thing.
Because we just got 2 donations. One €4 donation from Raz saying more honk,
Honk.
Honk!
and then a €4 donation by Aura and Hibi
Ah,
saying much luck to Mr. Stickman and Mr. McDonald's. Smiling face.
The ultimate duo.
uh,
Oh, I got hit in the third stage. Dang. I got 2 red eggs. I guess I could explain the egg colors. So, a red egg only bounces once. Actually, it doesn't bounce at all.
Yeah, red eggs don't bounce at all.
Yellow eggs bounce once, and then green eggs bounce twice. And in certain scenarios, it's RNG which egg color we actually get from like enemies and egg dispensers.
in most scenarios, it is
Yeah,
actually RNG.
yeah.
There's like only a select few in the overworld that are set.
For this category, it's we just want green eggs, to be honest. So we do gotta keep our egg colors in mind and do some management in case we need a specific egg color at a specific time.
All right.
So also,
This is the hottest.
This is the best minigame.
And
I hope you
also the
guys are ready
hardest.
for insanely good quality gameplay
Yeah, this
right
is-
here.
yeah.
Right here.
So what you want to do in this minigame is you want to...
you want to just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No hands, ma.
So have you been enjoying your trip to the Netherlands?
It's been pretty fun so far. I've been just staying over at a different friend's place who actually just donated. That was Aura. Big shout outs to him. What a cool guy. Was so
Right.
much fun hanging out with him.
It's good to meet you, my dude.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
RDV, just so you know, Dark Cuckoo, who's in chat, compliments you on your amazing work on the controller mod of your 3DS.
Ah, thanks. I appreciate it. Took me like 2 months. Many 3DS systems were broken, but I have a working one. So
Worth
that's all
it.
that matters. Thanks. That was a really hard minigame, guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad you.
Yeah. Being out of
yeah.
that first try for both of us, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Usually we just like die.
Are you going to go for the upspit here?
No. It's not worth it at all.
I'm going to try and go for it once.
Okay, well, have fun.
Thank you.
I got bad RNG on both of these spike balls. Let's go.
Yeah, these cycles are random. Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Jesus.
All right.
That's really close.
Yo, I got it. Let's
Oh,
go.
nice. Good
So
job.
that's like a half a second time save. It's pretty silly. It can be really wacky. Like Yoshi sometimes doesn't spit out the Shy Guy because the game thinks he's blocked by the buckets. So yeah.
Oh yeah, every fourth stage is a fort level, and all of them have a Kamek boss fight. Dang, I missed the eggs. I'm gonna try and do a quick strat here. Okay, well, I got it once. I can't get it again. So if you have 6x, you can kind of just spam like the right 2 buckets. I guess I should explain, because we're standing where we are, Kamek just doesn't spawn to the left.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50 pretty much whether he spawns in the middle or to the right, and it's basically RNG. Every Kamek fight in this game is RNG to a certain degree.
Yeah.
There's some consistent patterns in certain places, but usually it's just dependent by either positioning or RNG. So we try to make use of that.
Yeah, so by standing almost under the left bucket, he never spawns there, so we can kind of mitigate the RNG and just aim for the 2 buckets to the middle and the right.
All right, next up is 1-5, which is a pretty vertical level.
Yeah.
Has another interesting upspit bounce that we've definitely never choked in our lives. So let's do this. Heads up, hop up.
Vertical levels are also kind of tricky at times.
I got hit. Oh, we're pretty much even, dude. How did that happen? Let's go. All right.
I'm gonna grab this guy right here.
Oh, first try.
Oh,
Let's
I got
go.
it.
Let's go.
Yo.
We both got it. That's epic.
That's actually pretty tricky.
Yeah, it is actually a pretty tricky upspit bounce. So I'm glad we both got it. That's
Pretty
sick.
good.
I'm gonna bully this tap. Oh, okay, never mind. That kind of backfired. Oh my god, perfect
We're
sync.
tied. Let's
No
go.
way.
Oh my god, that sync is insane, guys. Keep
That
up
was
the work.
planned. That was intentional.
We're still, oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's epic right there. Okay, this has 1-6 has an important skip. Saves about 15 seconds-ish if we get it first try. In the second room. I guess we'll just talk about it when we get there. Or I can just do it now, actually. There's hold up, okay. I'm fine, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So we're supposed to use a beanstalk, spawn it, and have this huge animation of it appearing and climb up a beanstalk, but we can skip it by doing 4 well-timed flutters and an extended bounce off of the gusty that I just ate. So let's see if I can get it. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Do we both get it? Let's go. Okay, flutters in this game are actually
We're still
really
synced.
tricky. What?
This is epic.
I think you're like a few frames ahead of me, actually. No, oh my god.
Wow.
I'm actually sick.
Wow. It's pretty crazy.
Crazy.
All right.
Might change here, we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to change here. 1-7's a pretty finicky stage. It's not per se hard, but it's really hard to do correctly. And as you can see on my screen, it's not going so well for me.
That was interesting. Also, something interesting is about to come up. I remember when I first casually played this game with Cyber together. This level was really interesting to experience for the first time. Because I guess you'll just see it. So this is like the Baby Mario power-up from Yoshi's Island, except you don't get... It's not Baby Mario that's actually running, but like you're just fast now. But it works the same way. And now we're Super Saiyan and just destroy the world.
Don't
yeah.
you mean supersonic?
No, actually.
Giving RDV versus the world a whole new meaning. Oh, that was pretty good.
Oh, bumped into the pipe.
This section like never goes well for me, so it's pretty good. Okay, you're a
Oh,
little
okay, yeah,
ahead.
that was a tiny bit ahead. I was like, are we synced again?
And RDV is slightly ahead, but it's still really, really, really close. Stop
Yeah.
doing this, guys.
It's
My
gonna-
heart can't handle this.
It's gonna change like during World 3.
I guess we could.
at the latest.
I guess we could point out that this run is not over until it's over. The final level is genuinely hard and a
Yeah.
good final test. So even if we were to be really close, 6-8 can completely change it.
All right,
Yeah. By the
so-
way, this game has like 6 worlds. Yoshi's Island DS only at 5, but this game goes back to having 6. But this game is shorter than Yoshi's Island DS, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of the stages in this game are really short. Okay, over here it's
And
really
there's like
important that
hardly
we
any
have.
auto-scrollers. Shoutouts to Yoshi DS auto-scrollers.
Also, we're gonna try and make a certain cycle here. Let's see if we can both get these shots. We need a green egg for this first one. Well,
Or
I
a
mean,
yellow.
Or yellow. Oh, maybe?
I got it.
I still gotta make it. Oh, no!
No!
Oh, we both messed up. That's fine. Whatever.
So yeah, you don't want to bonk there.
Whatever, that's not the most important thing to get in this stage.
Oh yeah. This next fast cycle was actually found by someone who doesn't really run the game, so...
If Double is in the audience, he did a casual playthrough, and I just noticed he did this really fast. Oh wait, never mind.
I missed.
I did it the old way because I accidentally angled my egg, but you can just, press the throw button and just get it.
I think I shot a little too early there.
Probably.
Dang.
All right, this upcoming boss fight is pretty... Oh, I killed the bean. I wanted to eat it. This is weird. All right. So guess what the boss is? Okay, so this gimmick from Yoshi's Island kind of returns where like Kamek turns an enemy into like a big enemy. But Kamek in this game, for whatever reason, does it with a hammer. Just smacks it, and it just turns big.
You don't grow your beans this way?
No, not really.
Well,
Guess I'm doing it wrong.
from the best.
Yeah. Make sure to have not a red egg.
I have a green egg.
So we can immediately hit this guy by just tapping the throw button if we don't have a red egg. So it's really important we keep our echolers in mind. We kind of try to manage that to make sure that we can like do certain fast strats. This boss is kind of a pushover, so you can just kind of stay in this spot and he just won't be able to hit you. And you just kind of try to throw an egg at him the moment like he reveals himself.
Yeah, usually he would put up some extra barriers that you have to shoot down with the eggs, but yeah. The way we do it, we don't have to do that. Well, that might have been a bit late.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Feel like the audio is a little delayed for me, so I like to work with audio cues, so in that fight that can be a bit problematic, but...
Pretty sure that's the only time you really do it though, right?
I don't know. I don't really keep track of like where I use audio cues. It just kind of pops into my head. Oh, I gotta wait for this cue.
All right, that's pretty good ones for both of us actually.
That was pretty okay. If you ignore 1-1.
I mean, it doesn't lose that much time in reality. So, all right, World 2, Koopa Canyon.
All right, this stage is fun. There's
kind of a mess.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna get hit here once or twice. There's a lot of enemies in this first room, and Koopa hitboxes tend to be very interesting at times. But they're treating me nice, that's good. I'm gonna bounce off of a couple of shy guys here as well.
Oh, I didn't get hit.
Guy.
Let's go.
Yeah, same. All right, and now we get another variant of the big eggs, which are called egg dozers, by the way. Now we're getting metal egg dozers. The way they work is you can't really control in what direction they go. They just roll on the ground.
Well, I mean, you can control the direction, just not the angle. Like,
Yeah.
you can't throw it, basically.
Yeah. They still decimate everything in their path, and they have another interesting property that we're going to see in World 3. Holy, what Jenga tower just fell in the background. That was loud.
All right, yeah, but like the egg dozers also make it so that you can't jump too well. So you can't really, we don't really have any vertical movement when we have them.
But most scenarios where you have an egg dozers aren't designed like that anyways.
Yeah.
There we just flutter. Oh, I was a little too early. Dang it. Okay.
Inside the outside. This game has really interesting level names. Oh, right, it's this stage. I have this thing with video games where I will just always forget like what order the stages are kind of played in, except for extremely memorable ones. I guess one thing I can mention that I kind of have glossed over, which is the thing I've been doing, is that you can actually swallow cancel in this game. Basically, when you swallow an egg, swallow anything in the on the ground, Yoshi gets stopped. So you want to swallow things in the air, but it was figured out that you can actually by tapping Y again, you can actually cancel the animation. Yoshi still slows down if you use the tongue animation, but it's much shorter than the swallow animation is. You're gonna see Cyber and I do different strats here, because like they're basically equally as fast. Oh, that's the J-Dude, by the way. He's been working really hard on finding strats for this game, figuring out how stuff works.
Yeah.
And it's just, even though this game doesn't have many runners, I feel like us three have come a pretty good way so far. It's been fun.
Yeah, and Jade was definitely the big brain behind a lot of these strats. He's figured out a lot of stuff, so
Shout outs to Jay.
half of the stuff we're doing is thanks to Jay, so yeah.
So while you guys continue, I'd like to mention that the Untitled Goose Game Any % Run Showcase has actually been met by
Yo.
one of the previous
Nice.
donations. So right
Good
now we
stuff.
only have one more donation incentive open, being the Super Metroid Save versus Kill the Animals, where Save is in the lead by 125 euros.
Wow. That
Dang.
much?
Chad, are you gonna disappoint me? Are you gonna save the animals? We want them dead. So go kill them.
That's a pretty big lead. Wow. What happened?
Alright, this is the worst minigame, by the way.
It's definitely up there.
Maybe the Submarine's worse, actually.
Yeah. So there's a reason why we like to refer to this one as the jank hammer.
Yeah, controlling this thing's really hard. Ah, dang.
It just tends to like bounce in directions where you don't want it to go, and then things just go wrong, and it's a mess. Oh, like that.
My controller's slipping away. Okay, I got it before it's at 5. Let's go. That's really good.
Yeah,
So that's
same.
pretty good jackhammer.
I actually don't know if
Do I have an egg? I should have an egg.
I should
Yeah, I have
have
like 3. Okay, let's go.
Oh, that's a nice angle.
I had a bad angle too.
All right, let's not do that.
I guess one thing we could also mention is that running in this game is actually much faster than jumping. So if we can, we will just like be running for like. We just want to be running straight at full speed,
Yeah.
which is the fastest movement.
All right, that got a little scary for me there. It's okay. I wanted to shoot that egg straight to the right, and instead I had a weird angle that nearly killed me.
Oh dang!
All right.
All right, so this level starts out with having a certain cycle on this spike ball, so I have some time to grab eggs. I only got 2, but nice. That didn't waste any time because otherwise we'd have to wait for that cycle.
Yeah.
Damage boosting is slower.
That was
Got it.
also just recently figured out. And
No, not really. This was just recently shown to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a thing with being out of the loop in my speed games. That was interesting. All right. But yeah, just knowing that comes in really handy because especially in the second half of World 2, there's a couple of stages where having eggs is just really convenient.
Also, spamming down in this game is epic.
Oh, yeah, that's-
I guess we can't really do that here. I'm not sure if my audio is playing or Cybers. Pretty sure it's Cybers, but yeah. You can spam the ducking animation like crazy.
It's the most fun I've had in video games since in ages.
All right, this is a very RNG dependent Kamek. So there's these poles that we can pound that will make other poles rise, and we want Kamek to spawn in the lower ones so we can actually like ground pound the higher ones and hit him that way. He can spawn on any of them, and he won't really spawn on the one you're standing on. So really, it's a dang. So really, it's oh my god, I'm getting terrible RNG there. Oh my god, Kamek is bullying me. So you can basically be on the other 5 that you're not standing on. This boss can definitely make you lose some time.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Okay, good RNG on the last hit at least.
Nope, bad RNG for me.
Dang.
Oh my
man.
god, and then he spawns all the way over there. That's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
Kamek's just kind of Not a nice person.
Yeah. He's very much a bully. Almost had pretty good Kamek RNG there, and then the last hit is just like, nah. That's just Kamek fights in a nutshell.
That feeling. Yeah. This one's probably the one where you can lose the most time. So.
Yeah.
I think so, actually.
Sounds about right.
Alright, this is a fun level. Gonna be trying to make a certain cycle here. If we have near flawless movement, we can make a certain cycle in the next room, which will have like these spike balls again, which are like they all start at the same time.
Oh.
So there's this locked key, locked door somewhere.
Keys are amazing in this game, by the way. Sometimes
yeah.
you just like run straight over a key, and Yoshi's just like, nah, I don't
Okay.
need that one.
Oh, okay. Well, I ruined it. Have fun catching up.
All right, let's see if I can get it. Ah, I got the midway.
Oh, what really?
It's fine, actually. Whew, okay. Could make it. Don't know.
Alright, so we need this key and bring it to a locked door somewhere.
Nope. Just barely not.
Ah, dang, dude.
So whilst you guys go through this level, I quickly want to mention to people in chat that have been asking, this event is held at the Esports Game Arena in Alphen aan den Rijn, and it's once every 2 months that we do speedrun marathons. On the other months we'll do, you know, fun meetups with board games and whatnot. So if you're interested in joining one of the marathons, be sure to keep an eye on our Twitter, our Discord. I think that's about all the channels it will get posted in our website, for sure. Twitter, yeah. And then you can actually, you know, keep up to date when BSG 32 will be.
Probably gonna be in December. All right, so
That
this
is
stage
correct.
starts off very just chill. There's really nothing you have to worry about, and then the last thing you have to do in this stage, you can just die.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking the checkpoint for a marathon run. Just in case.
I'm not gonna. I need to catch up.
Have fun dying.
Screw you.
We're literally just a couple of seconds apart, dude. It's not worth it.
That's exactly why it could matter.
Ah, okay, this is messed up now. I have to wait for
Oh,
the...
yep, now
gusty.
it's messed up.
Oh, I got the bounces. Let's go.
Oh yeah, this will work out. Okay.
Oh, I missed the coloring. What a meme.
That's the best. It's just like bonking into the base of the flagpole in 3D Land.
It happens.
A quality meme.
All right, 2-7.
And this is
Right.
again a stage where just having more eggs is just so nice.
Sure. So this is basically, yeah, this is a village, and we're just gonna tear apart this village because it's faster. So hope you like destruction, particularly of these houses. Movement here is pretty tricky. Doing a lot of the jumps where I just quickly turn left and right again to make sure I land on stuff, so I have to flutter less. I guess we can also mention that fluttering is technically slower and is only situationally faster to make skips and stuff.
Yeah, you really only want to flutter if you really need to.
Didn't have an actor destroy that, unfortunately.
I did have one, but the leftmost wall wasn't on screen. Shot it too early.
Alright, here's another amazing mini game.
This one's fun.
This one's fun because in the first half you can just literally leave it like this and like.
You can also make people motion sick. Hey!
Oh god.
Sorry. I should have warned people ahead of time. Oops.
Right now I gotta actually move the helicopter. If this makes you motion sick, just wait until a particular minigame in World 3,
Oh, hell.
which will, it's kind of bad.
Kinda bad. Very bad.
I was trying to stay positive, dude.
It's just bad.
Okay, this is a meme. Right. That was
Oh, I might
2-7.
get medals there. Okay, I'm fine. So you want to avoid collecting smiley flowers because when the goal ring stops on a smiley flower, you get this little extra animation where you get medals. It loses like 2 seconds.
I guess it's worth it to mention that like they removed the bonus games, and you just get an extra 2-second, 3-second animation by getting medals from smiley flowers. If you do happen to collect a smiley flower and you know it's gonna land on it, you could just delay it by just not immediately jumping into the goal ring, which might be beneficial in like 3-2.
Next egg is red. That's fun.
What? How did that miss? Okay. One game.
Yeah, this stage is fun.
Let me know when you have time for a donation.
Yeah, we kind of got to focus for this last room.
Yeah, the last room's pretty tricky.
There's 2 little skips, and I'm definitely gonna grab the checkpoint here because you can very much easily die to these skips, and if you do and you don't have the checkpoint, you're gonna lose a lot of time.
Shoutouts to Cypher, I guess, for right eyebrow skip coming up. So over here we do a little bit of flutters. Right here we have a visual cue, and like we thought, hey, we're jumping over the right eyebrow, so we just call it right eyebrow skip. It's very funny. Please laugh.
All right.
All right. This is the boss fight. It's gonna be a big version of a bat, and we're gonna be trying to make some quick hits. I have 4 eggs, so I can miss one if I'm too hasty.
I think we got time for the donation now.
Yeah, sure. This boss is not super interesting.
All right, go for it.
Scion NX134 donated €5 with a comment, look out for the Claw Daddies. Good luck to Cypher and RDV.
Ah.
Yeah,
Speaking of Claw Daddies, you're gonna like World 3. Which is actually the official name for the crabs in Yoshi's Island, by the way. Yoshi's Woolly World of all Yoshi games actually taught me that. Because one of the levels is named after them. There we go. Good boss fight. Wait, oh my... What? No way!
Are we
We're
really,
synced!
Are we really...
What happened?
Are we really doing this again?
We're perfectly synced again. What is this?
Let's go. We're gonna have a photo finish.
It'd be funny if we got like the exact same time. It's not gonna happen, but it would be funny.
Yeah, it definitely won't happen. World 3 can definitely shake things up.
World 5 especially.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big RNG factor in World 5, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
Oh, don't remind me. All right. 3-1. So this is going to introduce the next feature of the metal egg dozers, but first off we gotta jump over these big blue guys. Jeez.
I'm pretty sure they're called Neptune nuts.
Nasty nippy nuts.
And there's like the red version, which is not called Neptune, I'm pretty sure. Like Gargantuan Blark, I think?
Blark, yeah.
Which is, they're just a red version of the blue one. I don't know why they have a different name. Never got that. Also, yeah, Metal Egg Dozer. Let's go. So one property of the Metal Egg Dozers is that like you actually sink into the water and you can't swim. So underwater movement's just kind of like floaty, like actual movement. Which is that's a fun description. Alright, by throwing it, we can float back up. And now, get ready for the... Well, I guess there's one more Ectozer.
Oh.
And then afterwards,
This is wacky.
we're gonna get the best transformation in the game. So, this is the submarine.
Yeah.
Controlling the submarine...
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad because you have to tilt the system extremely far. Like, I'm talking 90 degrees.
And when I was playing this for the first time, I was not ready to tilt my 3DS this hard, so...
Same. We both failed the minigame on our first playthrough.
I failed it like 5 or 6 times, so... Safe to say, just like my 3DS, I was pretty tilted in this minigame.
Are you motion sick yet? Yeah. It's also really easy to bonk. If you bonk into, like, run into a wall, you bonk, and you kind of can't control yourself for like a second. So you really want to avoid bonking. So far, I didn't bonk it once. That's actually really good. Okay, let's go.
You also want to try and like not shoot as many torpedoes as you can, because every time you shoot a torpedo, Yoshi kind of slightly slows down, so... Kind of saw me try to not completely destroy everything.
Hey, I got the thing. Jumped over to Gabby.
What, the pretty easy jump?
Well, I mean, that one's kind of tight in comparison to the other ones.
Still easy. It's got a nice visual cue. So those 3 eggs that we collected right there, those are actually one of the few eggs that are actually set, so they will be green every time.
Yeah, most eggs that are just sitting on the ground will be green.
Yeah, and these eggs are very
yeah.
nice to have for 3-2 and 3-3 as well, yeah. So that's just very convenient there.
Ah, dang, I ran into the monkey. What
Stage is fun.
epic angle. This stage is actually really tricky.
I did not want to swallow that guy. What? Yoshi apparently just thinks apes are delicious.
Alright, we're actually going to take this checkpoint here on purpose. One property of checkpoints is that it destroys on-screen enemies. So that monkey that was in the way is just no longer a problem. That one is, though.
Yeah. You also want to make sure you scroll the screen a little to the right before you hit that checkpoint, because that brings that problematic Yukiki on screen, also under Yukiki Gang.
I went above and got the flower, but I did a quick left-right, which should avoid it, and it did. Let's go.
So it's really just doesn't matter which way you go, under or over the Yukikis. Both are about the same, I'd say.
It's not a big difference. A lot of things in this game, going fast in this game is a lot of small stuff.
Yeah.
That adds up over time.
So it's just a thing of preference. Under Yukiki can be a little more punishing if you fail your flutters, because then you're gonna have to get back onto the platform, which can lose you a couple of seconds. But I just like it.
Oh my god. Cloud hitboxes in this game are epic.
Oh yeah.
And with epic, I mean, sometimes they just decide that they don't want to work.
There we just want to get rid of that hedgehog by shooting an egg.
And that's pretty much 3-3. It's just supposed to be a little cave maze, but we know where to go, so they're fast. So next up is a really tricky stage, at least for me.
Oh yeah, it's still a painful stage. You can definitely lose a lot of time in it if you do things wrong.
Yeah, it's one of the more RNG-dependent stages as well. The boss fight's not as punishing anymore, luckily, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah.
So this first room is kind of a mess, but the second room, there's going to be falling slimes from the ceiling.
And in pretty much
where they
any
spawn,
position.
yeah, where they spawn is random.
Yeah, but like most of the positions are just very unfavorable. You're gonna have to slow down to avoid them. It's just not nice. I'm doing this wrong as well. Oh yeah, I'm doing this completely wrong. I'm just gonna go for a swim, I guess. Alright, it's also very important that you have an egg here, because if you wind up, like me, in a certain part without an egg, you're gonna lose 40 seconds, just like I did in my PB. This stage is fun.
Alright, I'm going to need to concentrate here. I'm going to do 2 up-split bounces. And I got it. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't learned that yet, so we're just going to take the scenic route here. And also get hit by Sniffits, which is pretty fun. Please shoot. Thank you. Okay.
So those 2 up-split bounces don't save too much time in comparison, but it's nice. It's a nice time save to have. They used to be like, we used to have a way harder setup for them, which kind of made it not really favorable for runs. Okay, so where this Kamek spawns is kind of RNG, but the balloons aren't. I shot the bomb. Epic.
That's fun.
So balloon hitboxes are kind of tricky here. We might miss a few shots.
Okay, I landed the first. So the way this balloon pattern works is it always spawns 2 on the right, then 2 on the left, and that repeats and continues over these cycles. So
yeah, so 2 spawn to the left and on my screen right now. So there's going to be 2 more on the right.
So for me, 1 spawn to the right, so there's going to be 1 more on the right. So that means we want to be on the left side just to avoid Kamek, prevent Kamek from spawning there. Oh. And the closer he spawns to the edge of the screen, the nicer it is, because the earlier the bomb's going to be over him, and we can just shoot him. It's still a pretty even race so far.
It's pretty close. All right, next up, 3-5.
I forgot which stage 3-5 is.
Same.
I'm glad I'm not the only idiot in the room.
Don't fear despair, of course. Okay.
All right, yeah, that stage is fun.
It's really fun. The last room is it's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna take the checkpoint there.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, so there's the spear guys. Also, shoutouts to I guess we totally didn't mention it, but there's a slight whistle in most of World 3, like in the soundtrack. It's
It's the second best instrument in the soundtrack.
right after kazoos.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah, getting hit here is just like it will happen. The spear guys are just kind of
also
like
Poochie's in
the way.
this game.
Oh yeah, Poochie exists, by the way. He's here.
So he's gonna accompany us through this room and he's gonna grab a key that we cannot access. He's gonna have to get this pole out of the way. You can run through these walls just fine, so now we wait. And what do you do when you wait?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. We'll never see Poochie again.
Yeah. Time for scary room.
Good luck.
Good luck as well, my dude. That shy guy was bullying me.
Oh, I almost
There we go.
slid off.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, worked out fine for me as well. Just gonna get rid of that red egg. Alright, with that being said, the rest of World 3 isn't all that interesting, actually, so...
If the host wants to plug anything, feel free.
Well, of course I have something to plug.
Stuff?
Let me quickly find it. I was kind of occupied. Sorry for that. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering, and we organize bi-monthly gatherings, as I said before. In the Benelux, well, we're located in the Netherlands, so we're streaming from the Esports Game Arena in Alphen aan den Rijn, and we are raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society. This is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go directly towards them. And, well, yeah, I think that's, as I said before, kill the animals.
Shoutouts to Claw Daddies.
All right, 3-7 is a little bit of a more interesting stage than 3-6, but it's still not too super great, especially this first room.
It's also very important to mention that this fish that is gonna come jumping at us, he's an instant kill.
Right, a fish down there, yeah, he will instantly kill you.
So
Nothing you can do.
So you want to avoid jumping into the water. Please tell that to my past self who has jumped into this water many, many times thinking that it would be perfectly fine and ended up losing a stupid amount of time in a stage that is usually pretty trivial.
So over here, there's going to be another one of these cycles on these spike balls. I'm going to be trying to go super fast to meet it. It's pretty tight. All right, hit that cloud, which will spawn water, which we want to, ride and not slow down. Another metal ectozer.
That was a weird shot.
Okay. Standing on these stones, on these rocks, with a metal ectozer will cause it to sink. Right, should be able to make this
yeah,
with
this is
good
a bad
movement.
cycle. All right. Another property of just ectozers in general is once you pick up an
okay, got
ectozer,
it.
you're gonna lose all your eggs. So, oh wow,
Same for
it
big
just
eggs.
knocks me back. What? Hello, I want my baby. Oh my god.
Oh my god, no.
The stage hates me.
F. I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah. Apparently you can't tongue while you have an ectozer. That's fun.
You can. I think it was just like, I don't know. I know you can.
Well, something prevented me from tonguing, and yeah, I like to just get my baby back by tonguing, because then you don't have to, like, run into the bubble. So that's a pretty bad time loss.
So 3-8, King Clyde's Sewer Castle. It's also pretty kind of a tricky stage. It's a sewer stage. It's kind of using an updated looking version of the sewer tile set from Yoshi's Island. I didn't get that many eggs. Actually, this is fine.
let me know when you have time for a donation.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Killer Chair, the guy on the couch to your left, just donated €5 saying, "These guys are going so fast. I'd say they are dinos soaring through the game."
Nice.
That was a pretty good one.
I mean, it was
You,
pretty
you
good.
gotta give him that. I haven't heard that one before. Alright. Alright, looks like I have to damage boost here.
So if you throw
really
your
hope-
egg really fast, you can actually store the angle that you used for the first egg. So by just spamming it right there, I was able to fire 4 eggs in a straight line at the ghost.
I really hope I don't get devoured by these fish. Okay. This stage has just gone wrong like so many times for me. I really don't know what it is with this one.
So this is just a big version of the crabs. Okay, nice. So what you do is you either lick or shoot the cloud around them, and you just shoot them with an egg. Oh, right, I can't count. He does that 3 times. Nice. Got the fast last hit.
Stuff. Another interesting property of these claw daddies is when they swing their claws, any egg that you have like behind you in that trail, they will swipe up and yeah, basically disconnect from your trail of eggs, which is pretty fun when you need eggs, and they just take them.
Hop and pop till you drop.
All right,
Good luck on the crab fight.
yeah. Can we get some crabs in chat? They took the eggs.
Hate it when the crabs do that. All right, these balloons are RNG. We're gonna have some improv movement here. Ah, that was pretty good.
Oh, I need to shoot him. Smart. All right, and now we just want to stick.
That was my first death. Okay.
Now we just want to stick to the left side, so he constantly will run into this wall.
I guess I didn't explain that, yeah.
I want my baby back. Thank you. All right, well the donut block's gone now, so that's fun. It's back. All right.
That was a pretty quick death, so can't complain too much. I literally died right after I got the checkpoint. You know, the classic 4-1. Yeah, you can, these bubbles, you can pop them with your tongue or eggs. That section is just kind of a mess, and I prefer to keep my eggs for the later stages.
Yeah, the next one, it's just handy to have 1 or 2 eggs. All right. World 4 has some pretty tricky stages. I mean, you just saw 4-1, and it's gonna continue like that for pretty much the entire first half. So these 4 stages can cause a bit of trouble.
Oh, what? Don't do this. Okay, so these pokies, you will automatically eat their segments, which.
I did not hit up. I just entered a bonus room. I can go back though. Yeah,
Epic
so
meme.
one thing that New Island has improved over the others is, or well, not really improved, it's just like a nice convenience. Oh, yeah, well, the balloons just weren't there, so I was like, where am I? Okay. All right, so yeah.
Oh, my lord.
It discerns like doors that you have to go through from bonus optional rooms, so whenever you see a pink door, there are bonus rooms. You don't really want to enter those unless you play 100% or just casually want to enjoy it.
Casually playing games? What?
Yeah. Right there, if you just short hop onto the bombs, it just works.
I had a Mega Spaghetti 4 too, by the way.
Looks a lot scarier than it actually is.
I guess it's worth mentioning that swallow canceling in 4-2 on the Pokies by double tapping Y is really fast. And it's something that we want to keep doing on Pokies for a lot of the game. It clears them pretty fast, and you don't get slowed down as much. Right, Spin Lift Drift is kind of a tricky stage. A lot of enemies, a lot of piranha plants, which are, yeah, we don't like piranha plants because they eat you.
Also lots of holes in the ground.
Yeah, a lot of instant death. It's just a lot of, bad stuff here.
Yeah, like I said, the first half of World 4 is just messy. Oh, nice! I cleared all of it with an egg. That was pretty good.
Okay, that was interesting.
I tapped the wrong button. Oh. You can squeeze past that guy.
Yeah, that stage is pretty tricky though. Like that section that Cyber was just in is actually really tricky. All right, 4-4 kind of tries to copy what 4-4 from the original game, from the first Yoshi Island does, where you have like these keys that you gotta collect to enter a couple of locked doors. Except here, it's only 2 keys instead of 4, so a lot more simple.
We're gonna see more locked doors later on, though.
Oh yeah. Right, that room is pretty simple. There's a Chomp Rock you can use to destroy all the spikes, but using it is slow, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to try and get a particular cycle here that causes me to not get hit, so let's try to get it. Another one of these mazes. It's supposed to be really dark. You're not really supposed to know where you have to go, but like we know where to go.
I'm gonna grab this checkpoint.
Ah, dang. Okay, yeah, no, I can't make the cycle. So if I didn't get hit there, I could have gone up there, and I could have saved a little bit of time over going this route. But it's not a big time loss. It's pretty okay.
I almost didn't make that. All right.
Now we're just gonna enter 2 locked doors, and we'll make our way to the boss room. All right, I've learned from the past, I will 100% get this checkpoint, because there's a certain quick strat I tried to go for in the boss, and it makes it kind of a lot easier to die in it. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Big Shag guy was in my way. All right, so these turning platforms are the main gimmick of this boss fight. And there's going to be switches to either turn the yellow ones or the red ones. You want to make Kamek be on the spikes rather than like the platforms you can stand on. So Kamek will always spawn right there, and depending on what he does right here, we change our strategy. So which one does he turn? Red. So we aim our egg like this, and then we do that, and he gets hit.
Oh, this is really bad. Oh my god.
I hope he turns red first right here. Nope. And that was a really good boss fight. Let's go. Otherwise, that boss fight can be pretty tricky, and I got the best. Well, yeah, I guess the most convenient pattern. There is still RNG here, but again, Jay found a setup to eventually boil down to 2 patterns. So as long as you can just recognize those 2 patterns, you know what to do. This stage is called Metal Ectos on a Roll, which is very fitting because we're not going to use a singular Metal Ectoser in this stage. So that's fun. Meaning that we can actually just jump.
I'm coming up on the boss fight myself now.
All right, good luck.
That cycle that Ronald just made is really hard to make, by the way. You gotta make sure that you press right and only right. Wait, I forgot to mention it. SMH. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I almost killed myself in that fight. That would have been no fun. Okay, he turns red.
Okay. Dude, nice.
I did not pay attention. And I
Dang.
didn't grab the checkpoint.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. Definitely grab checkpoints here.
Well,
Well.
this is about the most time you can lose in the run. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, this game's kind of like, can be pretty unforgiving at times. Certain things can definitely cost you a lot of time.
Oh, guys like 4-4, I got you covered. We're gonna see it again. From start to finish.
Alright, so over here we're gonna get chased by a giant chain chomp. Yeah. Kind of destroys everything in its path, and you definitely don't want to get hit by him. Throw an egg there to get rid of those blocks. Ooh, that was really close to getting the medal there.
Oh.
All right, 4-7's kind of a tricky level. So there's these platforms. A lot of bullet bills in this stage as well. Ah, dang. Okay, you can actually land on a bullet bill blaster. You want to jump off this bullet bill and then get another extended flutter off of this one, and we can just get up here without like going into the mess that's whatever the stuff is to the left. A mess of bullet bills and platforms. All right, made it.
Oh, nice. I don't even have enough eggs. That can be fun.
There's the platform. This platform is always scary. Missing it will make you die. So that's not fun.
Alright, let's not be an idiot. That's fine. Okay. Finally out of this stage. Yeah, now this is going to become a big game of catch-up for me.
All right, so there's a lot of spike balls in this. Yeah, in this castle. And make use of invincibility frames there to go through the fish. I took a damage boost at the start there because it's barely faster, and over here as well. We just want to run along the bottom of this next room and not jump too high, or that lacquer tube that is in this room will actually fish up Baby Mario. You can see his hook there.
One very interesting thing about this stage here, once again, Double found something extremely weird during his casual playthrough. He just like casually jumped off the air. I don't really understand how that setup worked, but yeah. It is such a specific setup, and that he just randomly found it in his casual playthrough. That was fun. Safe to say it had us speedrunners scared for a moment.
Yeah, like being able to jump out of a flutter. Oh no. Like, imagine if that would be like a frame perfect thing we could do. That would not be fun.
Yeah, that would have definitely ruined this game.
Luckily, that's not the case.
Yeah, thank
this is
God.
the best boss fight. So they were like, we need a boss for this level. How about a fish? Yeah, he'll have this. Suddenly have this mental protection, and we got a ground pound to top to reveal his bones. So by standing, so if you stand on the left of this, more on the left side of this room, he will spawn on the right consistently. If you stand on the right, he will spawn on the left. I'm gonna try and make a well-timed shot. Oh, okay. I can try. I can try it again. Then he's gonna just jump up a couple of times, and you just gotta try and avoid him. But yeah, he's very like. But what he does is very dependent on your position. All right. Ah, okay. Well, I can't try it anymore because I only have one egg. If I miss that, it's a big time loss.
Oh. Slowed down a bit too much there. More than I'm comfortable with, but that's fine. This jump chase is still very forgiving. There's going to be another one in World 6 where you have basically no room for error.
Okay,
So
I got hit.
if you bonk just once in the jump chase in 6-1, you're immediately dead.
Oh yeah, like the one in World 6 is actually really hard.
Yeah.
Speaking of different worlds, World 5 is coming up for me, which is a ice slash sky world, and definitely ramps up the difficulty.
Yeah, it's the hardest world in
yeah.
the game, I'd say. It's got some very, very unpleasant stages. Right away, starting with 5-1. There's just going to be bumpties everywhere. Have fun with that.
Shoutouts to Recall Peng.
Recall Peng.
Did you say Recall Peng?
Recall Peng?
Recall Peng indeed. All right.
There's gonna be a lot of Recall Pengs in
Don't you
this
mean
stage.
honk?
There's gonna be a lot of Recall Pengs.
There is no geese in this stage. However, the
Feels
next stage
bad,
has you covered.
Speaking of honks, shoutouts to Recall for running Untitled Goose Game later.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to catch that run.
Even if you are not super interested in the game, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, definitely watch it for my boy Recall.
Oh my god, I missed the platform. That's not fun.
Oh, that's very much. Did you get the checkpoint at least?
Not sure. Frick.
Gotta get into the habits of getting those checkpoints, dude.
Yeah, that was just another classic case of just one small mistake and it's just over.
Alright, so actually, during practice, I figured out that you can actually beat this minigame without tilting your system at all. You'll start very slow and just build up speed, but it's still faster to tilt it. But this is probably the least annoying motion control minigame because, yeah, you can just hold right.
Yeah, you don't really have to change directions. Okay. Let's not spaghetti this again. I don't know why I turned back the last time. 3 flutters usually just does the job. Oh well.
Oh well.
It's okay. I just like to make it a little more interesting for myself, apparently.
Ah, this stage has the best music.
Yeah.
Okay, whose music is playing? Okay,
Good.
this is the best song.
Can we get some Cyber Eye 1 jam? I want to see
Too bad
some
the Kazoo
kazoos.
gang is not here.
Yeah, because Zeta banned him.
Ah, dang. Such an epic song.
Oh, nice, they turned it up.
Yes.
Stuff.
So for this section, this vertical section, we have to just ride some birds. That's it.
God, I can hear Ronald's audio. It's pretty epic.
These jumps are kind of scary. Bird hitboxes in this game are not the best. Saved it though. So it's worth it to kind of take your time with him and just make sure you get on him. Can I even? Oh yeah, I can make this. Okay, yeah. Looked closer than it actually was.
Stuck there.
A lot of big goonies here, which is what the birds are called actually. And by doing tiny hops, you can avoid most of them. That's it for the fun music, by the way.
Oh, we're gonna see it again. No worries.
All right, 5-3.
All right, 4-8.
Oh, this one's scary. This
Oh,
one's just a
yeah.
lot of tricky movement. There's a lot of ski lifts. There's a bunch of stuff here that can just easily knock you around. I guess one property we didn't talk about is that like the bumpties, which are the penguins, they will knock you around a lot. You can't eat them. You can't swallow them. Well, you can put them in your mouth, but like you can't really swallow them and turn them into eggs.
Oh, I was too close. Just let me have some fun here.
I'm gonna get this checkpoint.
Yeah, 5-3. It's just really scary. Not for the faint of heart. There's definitely a lot of epic saves that came out of that stage, though.
I threw an egg as I exited the room.
Pretty cool.
That was interesting. Oh, I'm glad I got that checkpoint. I died. Oof. This is a really tricky section, though. There's a lot of enemies.
Yeah, the final section of 5-3 is pretty nasty. Alright, you're good.
There we go. Also, shoutouts to the Zeus guy there.
A lot of people in the background having fun. GA is a pretty cool place. Alright.
5-4.
5-1.
Right, okay, so this level introduces these blocks that, how would I describe them? I'm not sure what they're even called. If you ground pound these switches, it will spawn a snake of blocks that will retract itself after a certain amount of time.
I spit that guy out too early. Okay, well, down the poop chute we go. That was a perfect
Alright,
example
okay.
of these bumpties bouncing
Cool
you
trick
around.
coming up that we all, J-Dude, you and I, and some other old runner basically worked on. This is called Community Bounce, and I got it. Let's go.
Nice.
So shoutouts to like 4 people for making that one bounce possible.
Yeah, I think like, my contribution to that was the first one that actually pulled it off. Like in a run or something.
I don't remember.
Same. I know I
This
was
is community
just a part
bounce.
of it. Yeah.
We're just like, let's just credit everyone for this one. Oh, okay, I didn't let go of the button. That was weird. I just threw my egg. That's not fun.
This egg throw is epic. That egg throw that Ronald just did can be really, really wacky.
Oh yeah,
times.
sometimes the egg just goes through that cloud or through that whatever that thing is. It's interesting.
It's always fun when that happens. I just gotten used to taking it safe on that one.
Hitboxes in this game are interesting. All right, so another so this is also another RNG dependent boss fight. All right, so there's gonna be a bunch of these I guess clouds that redirect the egg. And you just gotta know the Kamek can spawn in 3 different places, and each time there's a different one that's like there's a different one that's like faster to hit. I don't know the fast one for this one actually. I think it's over there.
Nice.
Usually I don't get this pattern, and I recently upgraded my strats here. Ah, dang. There we go. Pretty alright boss fight. And now Cypher is in the best stage.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Beautiful
next up
music
is,
in my ears.
so next up is 5-5, another tricky stage. So when we set the difficulty was ramping up in this world, we definitely meant it, because there's going to be instant death below us at all times during this stage. A lot of flying enemies that are in your way.
But at least it still has the best music.
Heck yeah, dude. Okay, especially this section's tricky. Hey, I didn't get hit. Let's go. During practice, I kept getting hit there, so I'm kind of happy that that didn't happen this time. Usually it's the other way around. When you get like a trick all the time during a... just get a certain trick like all the time during practice, and then when you do runs, you don't get it. But that was the opposite.
This stage, you just kind of have to grab both checkpoints because there's not really a convenient way to avoid them.
I've kind of been not getting checkpoints, which is probably a bad idea.
Oh yeah, in 5-5 especially, you're crazy.
I didn't need them. Wait, why would I get checkpoints? I don't need them.
Hey.
Thanks, Zeta. Thanks.
Alright.
Shoutouts to my boy Zeta. Actually, the next stage is kind of boring. So, if Zeta, if you want to, you know, say words.
Do I want to say words? I don't know. Do I?
I mean, do you?
Well,
Got anything to say?
I do want to thank ESA for supporting our event and allowing us to stream on their channel. And for people that have Twitch Prime and haven't used their free monthly subscription thingy yet,
What are you doing? What are you waiting for?
consider using it on you know, on this channel. Because if you use it on the ESA channel, you'll get both the access to the ESA emotes and the BSG emotes. And you support both of the events, so, you know, it's a win-win-win situation?
And I mean,
I
it's a
guess.
free sub, come on. Like, why would you just want it to go to waste?
Well, that as well.
Support your streamers.
And if you want to stay updated with our events, you should consider following our Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. No spaces. And you get a behind-the-scenes look at the events and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events, and even more.
Hey, our end screens are synced.
Oh my god. This keeps happening. Why? Even if we're not like neck to neck now, like we still somehow find a way to get synced. That's epic.
And can you, like, please die a couple of times so I can catch up?
Sure.
Thank you.
Psych. Alright, this stage is actually really tricky, has a lot of tricky movement. Needs checkpoints. Just gonna wait there for a second so we can just do one flutter to get over here. Because doing two flutters is scary and sometimes not even faster. Oh. Okay, usually you can reveal that clout with your body and then shoot it with an egg immediately. But I kind of didn't touch the cloud.
Community bounce gang.
Yo, nice.
Oh, pff. I kind of got completely stopped by those stairs. That was weird.
Alright, this section, not too difficult. Just gotta do a lot of small hops. To go under certain enemies here. Yeah, more big goonies.
So I quickly want to update everyone about the incentive for Super Metroid, where we're gonna save or kill the animals.
Kill him.
Like last time I spoke to you guys about it, it was a lead of 125 euros for saving them versus killing them. That lead has increased now.
What?
The
Why?
lead is now 135
Chat, don't let me down.
euros. Chat is letting us down big time.
Dang. A lot of animal lovers out there. SMH.
All right, so the thing I've mentioned at some point during World 4 is that you can swallow cancel really quickly on these pokies, which we're going to be using a lot in this stage. Ah, I messed up the thing. Whatever.
Ah, I went over it. You want to hit those things as early as possible so that it cancels this phase and Kamek comes back faster.
I guess I should point out that I'm kind of in like the messiest stage in the game, I guess I would say, and the most RNG dependent because of the boss solely, pretty much.
Oh yeah. 5-8 is
something special.
Else. Alright, I've died to this cycle, so I'm not gonna try and do any funky stuff here.
Alright, one more room until we get to the most RNG-heavy boss fight in the game. We have lost minutes to this guy before, so
yeah.
This, hope you guys are in for a ride.
So yeah, you could like easily lose like 1 or 2 minutes to that boss alone and it wouldn't even be so weird.
Oh no, I'm too fast. I'm too fast.
What do you mean too fast?
I almost hit that spike ball.
Gotta go fast. If there's anything or a certain run yesterday has taught me, slow is not a real word. Shout outs to Sonic Ball.
All right, so this, I think it's Punky the Pokey or whatever. I think that's what his name is.
Punky the Pokey Prince.
Okay, so as usual, Kamek smacks him. He gets big, and it's RNG dependent for when he usually RNG dependent for when he retracts his spikes for his head. He won't do it here at the beginning, so we just shoot his segments because like we're right here, we have enough eggs, and he will always reveal his spikes when it's the last one remaining. What make this boss fast is if he would reveal his head basically immediately during these next 2 hits. So let's see if we can get good RNG.
5-5 being a little sketchy there.
Yeah, 5-5 is always sketchy. Right.
Gonna grab this checkpoint.
No, I missed. Okay, still got it. He didn't put up his spikes again. Usually he only retracts his spikes for a really short amount of time.
Yeah, he likes to be a troll.
He's like, you think I'm gonna retract the spikes? And he just literally has it out, like literally has them gone for like a second.
Yeah, so he's gonna tease you like, ah, you wanna shoot my head? Too bad.
Gotta do something during this this phase. Okay. Hopefully I get good RNG again on this hit as well. There was pretty good RNG on that second hit. First one not being affected by RNG, of course. Okay, so this one's tricky because we can't really see his head too well. We can see it pretty well right now, but yeah, okay, we're gonna have to shoot one of these segments because oh, what? Oh my god, are you serious? I hate this Pokey.
Who doesn't?
Maybe Jay.
Probably.
Oh, okay, well, pretty good. Not the best, but can't complain about that one. I could have lost a lot more time.
Yeah, that seemed pretty good. Oh.
All right, so next up would be World 6, which has a lot of instant death. Game definitely doesn't get easier there. So 6-1, Chomp Rock Challenge. We'll be using a total of, I guess we're gonna use a Chomp Rock to kill, a couple of Chomp Rocks to kill enemies. So for these platforms right here, or for this one in particular, if you kill the enemy, it starts moving. There's another one like it, over to the right. There we go. Oh, that's scary. Also, this is very fitting music for a World 6 level. Like, just the apocalypse is around us, and, you know, you just have this relatively happy-sounding tune. This game's soundtrack is something else.
Yeah, this is not the best run for me right now. Kind of had a feeling, because yesterday I had a pretty good run in practice. And yeah, that's just usually how it goes. You get a pretty good run, and then you get a run where just...
Ooh, I'm gonna try it. Okay, yeah,
go
made
wrong.
this really quick cycle.
Yes, I'm grabbing the checkpoint after all.
Right, so this is the big scary train chomp Cypher was talking about earlier. If I have any kind of weird movement here and slow down too much, I'm dead. Like, this guy is already, like, on my tail.
I missed.
This is fine.
Should have another egg there.
Memes.
Oh, okay, I got this stupid weird glitch.
Oh, right, yeah. So I'm pretty sure Cypher's not even holding any buttons right now, but it was like aiming the egg. Sometimes like it's this weird thing because we haven't fully figured out why how it works. It's happened multiple times to many runners. Many meaning 3. Yeah, it has to do something with like the animation getting interrupted or whatever. I don't know what it is. I'm so glad Jay found swallow canceling. Makes this stage a little nicer.
What are you aiming that egg for?
Ah, that guy.
Oh, okay.
I did a little early.
It's just like a few little differences in our strats here and there. Also, hell yeah, best level.
Good luck.
This is just too many enemies on the screen at once, so we just kind of damage boost through all of them.
Yeah, you could try and shoot
Epic
him, but
little
like,
strat there.
yeah, I missed it, so I'm glad you got it. All right, 6G, pretty hard level. I might die a couple of times, because well, it's kind of hard. So let me just, yeah. Okay. Let me through, please. Okay, that's not fun. That's a death right there. Kind of silly, because like that section is really not that hard. All right. Okay. Are we just gonna do this all day? Yup. It's just...
Yeah, that setup.
Fortunately, I have a big lead. Otherwise, this would kind of be painful.
That setup is really weird. So dying there once or twice is kind of normal.
Okay, this is just silly now.
Ooh.
This is just really silly now.
Spikes kind of tickled Yoshi's butt there for a moment. That was a really good last room, though.
Also, yeah, those were intended. So, if you die 3 times, this game has like this easy mode type thing where it spawns wings. And you can just kind of do this. Yoshi makes the most adorable sound imaginable. So, we use this because not only does it make this section pretty fast and pretty safe, but would you believe it if I told you we literally save 5 minutes by spawning it? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Please explain.
Okay, I guess it doesn't hurt to explain it right now. So the final boss changes depending on whether or not you've used this mode. So for the any percent speedrun, we're technically not fighting the true final boss or like all of its forms. So by doing this, not only do we just make this level a lot nicer, but we don't. The final boss has less phases.
Yeah, usually the final boss is like 4 phases, and we only have to fight 2 of them if we get Flutter Wings in a level.
So big time save for the any percent speedrun. We currently don't really have like a category for like fighting the
RNG on the second phase.
Nice. Right now we kind of don't have like a category for just beating the game with the without the wings entirely, because the run is literally like the same except you just don't get wings, so you just fight an additional 2 phases of the final boss, so it's not super worth it. However, 100% does ban it, so hopefully that makes your soul just rest a tiny bit. You know, this gives you a tiny bit more peace, knowing that we don't use the wings for 100%.
Except no one has ran 100% yet for this game.
Not yet, but we're working on it. Working on it.
Soon, TM.
Right, so this stage is another one of those get 2 keys and get to the end type stages. This room is a little tricky with a lot of water slides.
Not revealing himself. You don't really have to shoot these additional segments, it's just nice to actually see his head.
Oh yeah, like, Yeah, for sure. That's why you do it at least for his third phase.
Ah,
Punky being a bit of a, you know,
Doovis.
yeah.
Yep.
Dang, it happens. 5/8 and
There we
forgiving.
go. Okay. Would have been too perfect if all the phases would have treated me nicely. Second phase was already so perfect that third phase had to adjust.
I don't know why I started aiming a neck there. It's just ultimate summary because I used to shoot those blocks with an egg.
So,
Oh my God.
boys, we just got
Can I quickly explain a thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the next boss, we want to have green eggs. Because we're gonna try and bounce. The next level is a big auto scroller, by the way. So, we want to use green eggs because what we can do is Kamek's gonna be on these types of blocks, and by bouncing him directly up, we can. Oh my God, getting really bad RNG here. We really want green eggs to make this fast. Yeah.
I actually got that. Ah, you want to land on that shy guy.
So how this is gonna work is that we try to make a green egg bounce off of the ground back into the same block, like this. Except, you know, if I only used one egg and it was green, I am getting really bad RNG. Oh, I almost got crushed. So you kind of want Kamek to be like near the middle, which this is perfect. That's like the fastest place you could be in, next to this place right here. So, pretty good. Yeah, come on. Ah, okay, not super great RNG on this on that last hit either.
Nope. Chomp rocks can be wacky at times. Alright, I could have made the fast cycle here, but I sadly do not have any eggs because I died, so
Ooh, dang.
we're gonna have to wait for this one. These things are instant death, so you don't want to mess with those.
Also, we're about to hear the best song in the game.
Yes.
Right next to the Yoshi clan, of course. So this is 6-5. Every fifth stage of the last world in the Yoshi's Island games are long auto-scrollers. This one's the shortest one of the entire series. So that's nice, but listen to this music. It just sounds like a SpongeBob type rendition of like the main theme, and I love it.
It's also the only auto-scroller in the game, actually.
I guess. Well, I guess the only one we really play, yeah. Never really thought about it. Well, we're gonna be here for a little bit, so if the host wants to do his thing,
we
then,
just received a €26 donation from Klosjar with no comment, but that put our total to €850 for this BSG so far.
Nice.
good stuff.
Are
That's
we
pretty
gonna
good.
hit the 1,000? Because
There's still time.
there's still time. There's
Plenty of
still
time,
like
actually.
half a day left, so that'd be amazing if we can hit the 1K mark again.
Have we ever hit 4-digit numbers with a monthly?
Yeah, we have.
We have, but that's been when we still had night shifts. So that's quite a while ago. I think about 1.5 years ago now. So come on, chat, make it happen.
I can't do the time.
Oh, hey, okay. That was a bit weird. So, one thing that Ronald forgot to mention about 6-3 is, theoretically, it's not the fastest place to use Flutter Wings. However, doing that stage without Flutter Wings and, like, not losing so much time to the auto-scroller is stupidly hard. And yeah, I'm gonna try and just show off why it is that hard. I'm probably gonna die 3 times anyways, but since I'm already so far behind, may as well. So basically what you have to do is chain infinite flutters, and a lot of them.
Aw. Legend.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, just get that
Okay.
first. Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Nice.
exactly what I have to do. That's the first time I actually ever pulled this off. You gotta chain so many flutters and you can hardly lose any height.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really risky for runs.
Yeah.
But at some point, we're probably going to change the level we're doing this in. Oh my god.
That's silly. Of course I'd get it here. I've tried this a couple of times, like a few days ago, and I've never gotten it. So, yeah. And that is not easy.
There's also the second room where you got to do that too.
Yeah.
So if you thought, okay, well that doesn't look too bad and could be something you can practice, there's another room like it that you'll see where you'd have to chain infinite flitters.
So
it's mega not worth it at the moment.
Definitely not advised to go for that.
I'm gonna try and jump over this guy so I can keep my eggs.
And even if I would have like gone for the full mile, I wouldn't have known where to get flutter wings instead. So yeah.
Oh, that would have been the place. Improvisation. Alright, that's pretty much the end of the auto-scroller. This one really doesn't take that long. The music's enjoyable. Out of the... I'm pretty confident in saying that this is a thing. This game did better than the original Yoshi's Island.
And Yoshi DS. Shoutouts to the 10-minute
Well, I mean, that's not
auto-scroller.
hard.
Shoutouts to 10-minute auto-scrollers.
Are you trying to tell me that you'd enjoyed the long auto-scroller of Yoshi's Island for the SNES more, despite the fact it's like 2 minutes longer?
I have not played the original Yoshi's Island.
What's wrong with you?
A lot of
Well,
things.
a lot of
Thanks
things
for asking.
are wrong with me, but you know, you knew that by now, RDV. But no, I just like the SNES version better than this one.
Oh yeah, I'm
Sorry.
just talking about that specific level. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay.
6-6 is fun.
6-6 is really fun, especially not having eggs.
Oh yeah, there's the second room is a mess, to say the least, and it's definitely good to have some eggs there.
I died in the first room. It's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just flutter and take it safe.
And yeah, even though I'm still 2 stages behind, this race is not over yet. Like Ronald mentioned a while ago, 6-8 is the hardest level in the game. It's got some really tricky stuff, and you could definitely die a couple of times there. So
This section is a mess, by the way.
yeah, I don't think anyone has ever gone through that segment without like at least bonking into a wall once. Actually, probably Jay has done that before.
All right. 2 more stages to go. So this next one is, I find it one of the funniest stages for a really dumb reason. Because there's, so do you like level 1 music? So remember how this looks like the apocalypse. The world's ending. There's fire everywhere, death everywhere.
Volcanoes, lava,
Yeah.
so much.
It's just the level 1 music. You know,
Wow,
the
wow,
world's
everything.
crumbling around us. It's falling
Yeah.
apart.
It's literally in the title of the level. And,
Yeah.
And we just have this happy-go-lucky music here.
Yeah.
Ain't that just fun? Just a nice casual stroll while the world's ending.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? This is, you know, what Yoshi enjoys.
I mean,
Maybe
You
this
know-
is just how he feels about it.
we know he likes all things bad. Shout out some tax evasion.
Oof. All right.
Oh, that's pretty good RNG. Only 1 yellow egg in there.
Oh yeah, that's pretty all right.
Oh, that was the yellow egg.
All right, gonna try and not get crushed here. Might get crushed here actually.
that's
No, okay, this is fine.
You're good.
What? Okay, I just shot it over him. That's fun. Alright, so when I said it's not over till it's over, I mean it. 6-8 is has some stupidly hard stuff, and if you mess up certain things, it costs a lot of time. Especially at the beginning here. So what's gonna happen is at the beginning here, there's just a bunch of things going on at the same time. Also, this entire time we've been trying to find Bowser's hideout. It's just in the water over there somewhere for some reason. It reveals itself after we completed all the levels. Very fun. But yeah, so there's gonna be there's 3 staircases you're supposed to make, but those cutscenes are really long. So we're gonna try to do a couple of boosts off of certain enemies, and let's see if I can get this. Kamek's also in the background trying to chase us, and we're gonna actually make use of that and jump on him at a really specific point. And I got it first try.
Nice.
Let's go.
That is a very specific trick there. You got to do so many things right at the same time, and yeah.
Yeah, so how this stage works is that there's 4 doors, and all of them has a key again. We need 4 keys to finish the game, to get to the final boss. This section is also pretty hard. Oh. So having that key fall into the lava, or falling into the lava yourself, is something that will definitely happen a lot in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty tricky to do that real fast and optimal. So the rest of these rooms are really not that hard. The final boss, however, has some stuff to it that could make me lose, some time, but I should be fine. It's really just the beginning of the stage that's as hard as it is. Glad I got that. Alright, we're gonna have to change some jumps off of these birds, which is not hard, but when you're on stupidly good pace, PB pace, you can see you're like -3 minutes or whatever. It's the most nerve-wracking thing to jump off of these birds, because missing one of those jumps, you fall all the way down, and you have to go back up and try again. In reality, it's not gonna happen often, but it might happen once or twice, and you might feel kind of bad, because it's not that hard, but nerves do their thing.
At least you can't die there. Imagine dying in that room.
Oh yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, so since there's no checkpoint in between these 4, really, you'd have to replay all 4. Like, you could enter, like, the first 2 doors, and there would be a checkpoint there, but yeah, that's a bit slow.
Yeah, that's slow, and not only is it, like, a bit slow, but these rooms are just kind of, like, not hard enough to justify that even, I'd say. It's like properly practicing and stuff. It's just gonna do you much more good in the end than just opening 2 doors to get a checkpoint.
Definitely. Like the only risk of dying is in the first room.
And of course where I did the skip. You can die there.
Yeah, I mean just like about the rooms inside the castle.
Yeah.
I was talking about those.
All right, coming up is a little trick I'm a little too excited about. So, well, trick. Guess you can call. So there's going to be one of those big eggs again, and there's going to be a bunch of bricks that we're supposed to break. Usually, optimally, we used to take 2 eggs, but I figured out a sweet spot, and I call it the RDV bounce. Okay, wait. Let's see if I can get my own trick. No, that's not going to do it. That's going to do it. Is the RDV bounce? Yes! So
Nice.
you only use 1 egg, and just this spring immediately drops. Let's go.
That's a relatively precise shot, so
Yeah. Even though I took like 2 times to set it up, still faster than getting 2 big eggs.
absolutely.
So it saves a bunch of time.
Oh, I'm gonna try and do a glitch here. Can the audio swap over to me for a moment? Nope. No, I didn't get it, damn it. So there's a thing that it's absolutely purely for little giggles. When you pause the exact frame that you enter a goal ring, the goal ring sound just keeps looping forever in the menu, and it's pretty...
Also, I don't know if you
Awesome.
switched the audio back or not. Okay, good. Because we definitely don't want to miss the credits music
Oh, yeah.
while Cypher finishes up the rest of the game. Because that's quite an experience, too, if you liked the intro. First time we played this game was just... it was interesting.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
There's probably still a clip of me somewhere out there where I just completely die during the credits.
All right, final boss time. This first phase of the final boss is very similar to Yoshi's Island. I feel like in a way this game is kind of like a reimagined version of Yoshi's Island. It has a lot of similarities that you'll see. So here, Baby Bowser wakes up. He's like, "Hey, I want to play with the dinosaur." So I'm gonna, just bully Kamek, I guess, because that's what Baby Bowser does. And then he's gonna try to jump on our back, and we just shoot him 3 times with like eggs. So let's do that. Not sure if I want to go super aggressive on this guy. I'll try it. So the moment he fires his like last fireball, you can actually like hit him immediately. He doesn't have to. We did at first. Is just wait for him to go above us. Ah, he jumped. Okay. He's gonna do 5 here. There we go. I'm standing on the left side of the screen, Jay. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, there's a little animation that forces Yoshi to walk over to the left side of the screen, so just being there right away saves a bit of time.
Okay, so
And it makes J-Dude extremely mad if you don't do it.
so this is the final phase. Time will be coming up kind of soon. Will probably take like a minute. So we're gonna try and so Baby Bowser's pretty big here. If you like the final boss of Yoshi's Island, probably not gonna like this one too much. So what we're supposed to do is get these big eggs and throw them at Baby Bowser. And time ends at the 3rd hit.
That was very close to getting crushed.
There's a little sweet spot here where you can actually hit him no matter what animation he's in. What's important, most important for this boss fight is your height. And there's a sweet spot where it doesn't matter what animation Baby Bowser is in. The egg will just always hit him if you throw directly up. Yeah, only his head. You're only able to hit his head. So that's what you want to aim for. So the platform I'm standing on right now is slightly too high if I want to just go up. And time! All right, that's actually a pretty solid time. So with the intro removed, that should be about. It's a very high 137.
Wow.
Okay, that was a really solid run.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, 137, like
Nice.
58-ish, 59. That's really good.
Wow.
All right, so please keep my music because we're about to hear the most beautiful credit scene of any Yoshi game.
Poor Zeta.
I'm not kidding when I say it's actually beautiful, though. Well, I mean, not this part, but you'll hear it.
Ah!
Ah, dang.
When you could be a little further to the right there, and it just would like ricochet you to the right. But
So RDV, can you
Usually
do
I just go over.
some voice acting?
Uh,
Just come on, you're doing the credits anyway. Do the voice acting as well.
I can read the story if you want. I think that's actually the last Xbox, is
Yep.
it?
we,
That is a couple more, maybe.
Sadly, we don't have Tricro here.
Ah, dang, yeah, that would have been epic. For his abridged version. Yeah, okay, there's no text here. Too bad. All right. I meant it when I said that this credits theme is way too beautiful for this game. Just an actual, like, really good piano piece. It's just like, you have this game with, like, this super mixed soundtrack. Then you end it on this piano piece, and I think that's beautiful. In the meantime, I guess I didn't really talk about the tap here. Usually we have, like, 3x entering this room. You need 3x to, like, optimally here. Hit the tap twice, and you barely hit that. Let's go. Good stuff. It's just so satisfying, like getting a good run and then hearing this. I don't know which one's more relaxing and or just more satisfying to end on. Yoshi DS or this one?
Released B a little too early there.
I guess I could drop the act here. There's a really funny section coming up that completely ruins the song. So, you know.
I did not expect anything else.
Okay.
Good to know that we didn't get your hopes up high.
All right. So if you enjoy this piano piece, it's about to get enhanced by about 100 times. It's about to kick in? Yeah. I recognize this section.
Certain emote, please, right now. There it is. I can't look at Zeta right now, but I imagine he's fully disgusted.
I think he's trying to turn down the audio.
uh,
This is beautiful.
it is.
This was an adventure.
Oh yeah.
Hold.
Getting to that the first time, I completely lost it.
Oh yeah, like we both didn't expect it. Like we both did it like a blind race together because I knew this game was like kind of like not a fan favorite. But then we decided to just, you know what, let's just do a race of it because I showed you the memes and we were like, let's do it. And this was just our first run was just an experience.
Oh yeah.
If you're looking for like another Yoshi game to play, this one I feel like is, even though like a lot of it is wrong with it if you're really like a diehard fan of the original. I feel like it's still an enjoyable Yoshi experience, and like I had more fun playing this game than Crafted World. I don't know how much that says, but if you're looking for one, definitely consider Yoshi's New Island. Can you get this?
There we go.
All right.
Had to readjust a couple of times there, but hey, at least we got it as well.
It's Reek.
Oh. Shoutouts to Recalled.
Alright, this time they did bring Baby Mario and Baby Luigi to the right parents. Yeah, even though this game gets like a lot of hate for like a lot of the weird stuff it does, I do think it's like a lot. It's a nice feel-good game. I feel like it's really hard to play this game and not like feel good because of like the silly music, I guess the silly looking visuals, and I do think the speedrun for this game is actually really interesting because I think I completely glossed over it. But the movement in this game is actually like usually really stiff and just like it's hard to go fast. There's a lot of small stuff we do to optimize like getting slowed down. Also, suddenly, warping through space and time, King Bowser appears.
Oh, well, I didn't.
You want to battle me? Then beat every level without flutter wings.
That's
So usually he would come out of nowhere right after the second phase of the Baby Bowser fight, and you would have to fight him. But because we skip the wings, we get the wings, we don't have to do that. So
pretty great.
yeah.
All right.
If you want to, you can switch to Cyber's audio now, because mine audio is just going to get obnoxious really quick.
All right.
So,
So I do the boss fight, the last phase a little different, and that makes Ronald very mad.
because you're making it harder on yourself than you need to, but
It
you know,
works.
it works, but works for the wrong reasons.
Doesn't matter. Important part is that it works. All right. I used to have a lot of trouble with this phase, like doing it optimally, but then I just decided, you know what, let's just go aggressive, and it just works.
Oh, he's on the left side now.
Yep.
You do that on purpose?
Nah, that just happens when you go too far to the right. Oh. It's a bit late on that jump. See ya.
I just still love the fact that Kamek just smacks things with like his hammer to make things big. It's just
Parenting 101.
Cyber. Cyber.
What did you say?
I may or may not be a horrible father. Good thing I'm not a father.
This boss fight's gonna be fun. And again, time for Cyber is at the third hit.
So right here I have to go to the left side of this platform. Okay, that should still work. Yeah, okay. Just a little slower than what I usually do. It's still better than missing a shot.
Oh yeah, missing a shot is actually really unforgiving.
Yeah,
you
that-
could definitely. I think losing like somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds. I think
Yeah,
by missing
somewhere
a
around
shot.
that. It's
So,
very rough.
all right, get ready, freak. Calling you out, and time.
Okay. So what's that?
With the intro, with the intro, 149.03. So if we,
That's like
it's
around
146.
High 145. It's like a little more than 3 minutes, I think.
It's 146 1-ish.
Yeah.
So
Either
either way,
very low 146 or high 145. That's
either way, still very much
okay.
underestimate. We didn't ruin your schedule.
you're welcome, Zeta.
All right. Well, we've already had the beautiful credits.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
I mean, I guess we could just shout out J Dude again. This guy certainly helped push this time down.
I guess shoutouts
By a
to
lot.
Psycho and Coughing Rocks for like actually caring about this game when it came out.
Yeah, they were like the
doing a lot
OG
of
runners.
doing a lot of original work, like doing a lot of the yeah, they worked on this game like before we did. Then with Jay, you and I came around. We we came up with more stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun, and that's the entire community. If this run got you interested in potentially following our community or even learning the game, I do feel like this is one of the easier Yoshi games to pick up. We have a Discord over on the Yoshi's New Island speedrun.com page.
It's speedrun.com/YNI.
Yeah, and who knows, we might be making some guides soon, because we could feel like, especially this game, could really benefit from it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess thanks for watching. I don't really have much else to say.
I guess I could just also just shout out my chat. You guys have been really amazing lately, and yeah, just crazy people there. Love you all.
Shoutouts to Aura for being a cool person
Oh,
and
yeah.
carrying me through the concert we went to.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
especially shout outs to Aura. He's
And
like,
shoutouts to Recold.
Thank you.
That's it. That's it before he makes Zeta mad.
yeah, let's just switch it.